very much. I just want to talk briefly before I introduce somebody who's very important. I want to talk briefly about just a couple numbers. And those numbers are 27, 97, 19, and 42. And I'll tell you what those are. The National Center for Transgender Equality, along with the National Gay and Lesbian Task Force, recently conducted a survey of 6,500 transgender people. And you'll find an overview of that in your press packets. In that survey, we found out that 27% of the transgender people had been fired at some point for being transgender. We found out that 97% of the transgender people had faced some sort of harassment at work. As somebody who has done survey research most of my professional life, I can tell you, you never see 97%. That's everybody. 19% of the transgender people in our sample had been homeless at some point. That's an astoundingly high number and a shamefully high number. And the last number is 42%. And this is the most heartbreaking number at all. That is the percentage of the transgender people in our sample who had at some point in their life attempted suicide. It's a shocking, shameful, opprobrious number, and it is something that ENDA is about. ENDA is about all of those things. It's keeping jobs, it's keeping your self-respect, it's ending harassment, and those numbers are a very stark reminder of that. But just as importantly as the numbers are the real people. As Liz Seaton from the National Center for Lesbian Rights said, all of our organizations get calls every week, sometimes every day of the week, from people who are losing their jobs, from lesbians in Manhattan, Kansas, to transgender people in Louisiana. It is everywhere, it is epidemic, it is still epidemic, and we need ENDA to get rid of that. I have a friend, a close personal friend, who after 22 years in the aerospace industry, and she testified about this in front of Congress last year, 23 years in the aerospace industry, she lost her job. When she came out as transgender. She ended up filling potholes for her state's Department of Transportation. When they found out she was transgender, she lost that job too. She's now a cook on a merchant marine ship with 23 years and a lot of education in aerospace industry. We need ENDA. We've been working on it for decades. It is ripe. There are 202 co-sponsors, the most ever on an LGBT piece of legislation. We have all been working, and we will continue to work every single day until it is done. I'm very proud to be with my coworkers here who are working so hard on this. We need ENDA, we need it now, we need it for real people who are having real problems, losing real jobs, real families, and real houses. I want to introduce you to somebody who has had an especially rough time with ENDA missing, my friend Donna Plamandan. Thanks.